It was 2 weeks before graduation. I was going for a ground ball. Another player was going for a ground ball. Right when it happened, like the whole world went really bright.
The ref blew the whistle and I looked back and Tommy was laying down with his head down. I thought he was gonna be fine. I thought it was like a stinger or something.
You know, a pretty mellow hit compared to other hits that I've seen.
When I initially came to him, he was on his knees, bracing his head. You know, my initial instinct is, okay, you know, he has a head injury. You know, I asked him if he had any neck pain, and he said no. So I start to go through concussion testing. So I'm asking him, you know, memory questions, recall questions. I'm checking sensation, like on his face. And that's when he tells me that he can't feel the back of his head. That's a sign of some kind of nerve involvement. And I told Coach Colts, I think we should call the ambulance. And so then a parent came up and he's like, oh, I'm a doctor, you know, can I help you? And I always love a second opinion.
We're trained in medicine to be especially concerned about neck injuries if there's a collision that occurs with the neck flexed. He told me that he was hit from the side, and grossly, neurologically, he was intact. He was moving his toes and his fingers. I was thinking that the likelihood of any kind of serious injury, in particular a neck injury, is pretty low.
It's always in the back of your mind. Calling 911 is this kid in 2 seconds going to be like, you know what, I feel fine.
I mean, Tommy told me multiple times that he was fine. You know, just let me get up and fine.
For her, I think it was kind of hard because he was trying to get up. And when he tried to get up, I mean, you think everything's fine. But if he would have gotten up, it wouldn't have been good.
20 minutes later, ambulance leaves. We finished the game out, and the first phone call was, you know, Tommy went into x-rays, everything looks great. So I was like, all right, and she's like, don't worry about coming down here. And got the second phone call. It wasn't really much information, it was, Tommy broke his neck, get down here.
C1 is the very topmost cervical vertebra, and it's basically a ring of bone, and that ring had been burst apart. If the cervical spine is disrupted at that high level, it could actually stop the person from breathing and certainly could cause quadriplegia.
It was very shocking to hear that, you know, I was holding his head in my hands, and ultimately, you know, that we made the right decision.
There was nothing keeping my head there, so like if I had gotten up, it would have just kind of sunk. I wanted to get up because my mentality has always been, get up, let's play through it, let's keep going. But she was very persistent and made me stay down.
You know, as heroic as the situation seems, I just did what, you know, we're trained to do, ultimately.
The foundation that my mom and I started is called Advocates for Injured Athletes, and our main goal is to put athletic trainers on every field in California.
The professional athletic trainers, the certified athletic trainers, know how to handle these events. They don't just tape ankles and put ice bags on athletes. They handle trauma.
Parents, you know, they think that someone's out there to take care of their kids, and a lot of times that's not the case. There's nothing mandating that athletic trainers are required to be at schools or club sporting events. And even then, there's no legislation that says that athletic trainers have to be licensed or certified.
I mean, there's no reason that a coach, a parent, anyone should have to deal with an injury on the field. I will never coach without a certified athletic trainer again.
If my athletic trainer was not a licensed athletic trainer and didn't have the education that she did, then I might not be sitting here today.
This will happen again. This will happen to somebody. And our goal is really, if we save one life, we save one athlete somehow, somewhere, it's worth it the story be told.